No one supported him at first. Just think, yeah, Tyler Perry. It was the bootleg, the one thing that would normally destroy him that got him seen. But there were once nobody in his shows. When you look at where he's at now, it's just about the work that you put in. And that's what this is also, to help you get in line with that work that needs to be put in order to make whatever your dreams come true. Everybody's dream is not the same. Everybody doesn't strive to have $1 million homes and different businesses and different things like that, but it's what your ideal life looks like. It is truly, truly in your control. There's a lot of things that happen outside of our control to learn how to be able to deal with it. Y'all, I'm getting that notification that my Wi-Fi, I'm gonna just keep going. We're just gonna keep going, but I just want to let y'all know maybe it is gonna be doing its thing, because when we start getting deep, it doesn't do me like that any other time. Only when I come on her to do this. Any other lives, it don't do none of that. All right, we know that we're here for a purpose, and every day that we get up and we do it intentionally, as that song was just saying, when we live our life intentionally, every day we get up and we do something with our day and our time intentionally that's taking us towards our goal, and truly believing that God is ordering our steps and asking him to order our steps, the possibilities are endless. Quit thinking that you're not enough or that's not for you. If that dream, that sight, that vision you keep seeing in yourself is something that continues to play and play and play in your mind, that is God dropping that in your spirit. Quit trying to ignore it. I know it seems like it is so far away. That's not somebody you think you can be, but I'm telling you, with some discipline, you'll be surprised who you are and how far you can go. All right, let's just jump right into today's lesson. Give me just a minute. I had it up. Today is imposter syndrome. Now, imposter syndrome, I don't think I had ever heard of the term, maybe before, maybe 5-6 years ago. And it interested me once I started researching it, and again, just how this whole concept, everything that's in these workbooks are things that I had to do and are still doing to push myself past all those limit beliefs, push myself past all that I'm not enough. These are literally things that I had to do to help myself, right? When I heard about imposter syndrome, I was like, wait a minute, what does that mean, right? That was, okay, let's talk about it. Because again, it just really interested me when I first heard what imposter syndrome was. The condition of feeling anxious and not experiencing success internally. Now, again, you got to catch that word internally. How will we put the facade we put on the outside? I'm talking about internal, right? All of this is going deep. We got to get off the surface. None of this challenge is about surface stuff. We're not going to talk about no makeup, how you need to do your eyebrows, which way your nails need to be done, the shapers, like that like none of that is important. What we're talking about is going deep, internal. Internally, despite, right? Despite. So it's already telling you feeling a way despite being high performing externally. What's that saying? You a public success and a private failure? How does that work? Despite being high performing in external objective ways, this condition often results in people feeling like a fraud or a phony and doubting their abilities. Know that we all have it, and at the end of this, I found out that I had quite a few of them. I think all of them. But when I read about it, I was like, let's direct this. So I gave it its own little names. You got about 6, and that don't work, because you start looking at that inside eventually starts coming out. And how is that? How are we to everybody else look like success, but we're operating in pain truly? But we are the one, it doesn't make any sense. We value other people's opinion and thoughts of us so much that we'll allow ourselves to feel less than to make them feel like something is wrong there. I do too. People pleasing. They say if you ever want to do anything great, you gonna have to get over trying to have people. Everybody ain't gonna like you, and if everybody like you, you're not doing enough. It's just not gonna work that way. So you have to get to the point where you love you more than you love. I mean, again, we've already talked about our cup. We have to fill it up, and then what's pouring over, we have to give, right? Let's talk about the different imposter syndromes. Miss multiple degree or certifications. Basically, she's qualified, but she don't believe she is, so she keep getting more education and still don't think she qualified. Who is that? I got to go back to school. I got to get another degree. I got to get this. I got to get that. I got to get this. I got to get that. Only to incur more student loan debt and still owe more in student loans than you do what you making per year. But all that time, God been telling you in your mind that you needed to be doing X, Y, and Z, but because them numbers didn't add up, I got to keep getting degrees. The Wonder Woman. I'm going to do everything better, but still feel like a fraud. I never reach my potential. You're just trying to do everything. Everything to everybody and nothing to yourself. Once I start realizing that, how is this going to work? How can I keep giving so much of me and nothing to myself? That doesn't make me better for the people that I say that I love. Me being whole, me being my best self is what's going to allow me to be able to serve not only my family, but those that I've been placed on this earth to serve. I have to get to a point where I get me here and here together and quit faking and shaking. Not sitting down trying to do the work. Using coping mechanisms. And yes, TV is a coping mechanism. If you watch a lot of it, there's your time. Little Miss Perfectionist. You can't even enjoy your success because you only focus on your failures. Baby, Little Miss Perfectionist then landed me in depression a couple of times. Because I couldn't even enjoy, I didn't understand the importance of celebrating the small things. I always had this big goal, and if it wasn't that big goal yet, I didn't feel like I could celebrate. And then if something went wrong, oh boy, could I focus on that real good. Then that just kills your self-esteem. Here you go back into this same merry-go-round of a circle, right? And not being able to celebrate as you go, we have to understand that what we put out, we get back. To learn to go ahead and put out the things in which we want back, which is that celebration. Learning to celebrate even the small things. Give yourself credit. No, you may not have lost 30 pounds, but you did lose 10. And don't gain it back, because that's easy. It's easy to fall back into that same little, like I told you in the post, if your day is looking the exact same as it looked before you started this challenge, you are not doing the challenge right. Because you should be really trying to sit down and figure out some things, get on a schedule, prioritize things to get yourself in order. If you truly plan on keeping that commitment that you made to yourself. We have to stop breaking the commitments we make to ourselves. Don't let it just be another piece of paper that sits there that you just walking past. You're going to keep having the same results. I can guarantee you that. I used to wonder when I was a kid, and I can guarantee you that. Guarantee. I don't know what it all means, but guarantee. You're going to get the same results. And at some point, you can't even wonder why. You just have to say, it just is what it is, because I ain't doing nothing about it. Learn to celebrate your successes and understand that failure is actually part of you getting to where you need to go. Fail forward and fail fast. Just keep going. Learn from it. You shouldn't keep making the same mistakes. All right? Miss never delegate. You just going to do everything. Then be frustrated because you don't get any help. If my house probably could walk in here, they would probably say, I still got that. Right? I'd rather do it, but then mad that I'm in there doing it. They don't know when they can help. You see what I'm saying? You have to learn, even in your business, you have to learn how to delegate. And business owners, sweetheart, Did you open another business just to get another job? The purpose of wanting a business is to free up your time, learning how to produce income where you don't have to actually be physically working to do it. So don't, if your job, your business cannot run without you there, my dear, you just have another job. It's just yours. Girl, don't feel bad. I do too. I think it's several of us that fit all these categories. You are not alone. And I'm not finished. But you're not alone. Like I said yesterday, when you start seeing these things come up about yourself, don't feel like, oh, it's just so much wrong with me. Baby, we all in here trying to get it right. I hope something will connect with you. That way you can find that missing piece to your puzzle to become who God created you to do, because you're not waiting on him. He's waiting on you. Yes. Learn to delegate. Learn to see what needs automation. You are going to have to trust somebody, but you need to be developing your business in a way that allows you to be able to eventually step back from it. Hobby and business is two different things. We have to build teams, and like I know too well because I've tried to do it myself too many times. Delegate, y'all. Learn to delegate. Learn to share some of the load. I hope so, because that's the intention for it. Again, it's not rocket science. It's not like I done came up with the formula to how to recreate water. Although we have all the ingredients. Ain't that crazy? We know all the ingredients in water, but you can't recreate it. Anyway. But that is the goal, to find something. Because they're like understanding that God gave everyone a piece of him, something of himself. It's up to us to go in and seek it and find it out. And it's normally the stuff that we tell in ourselves in our head that the devil is actually telling us. Or society, or the stuff we're watching is what's keeping us in our way. And then, quite frankly, it's just you. You're not disciplined. You don't want it bad enough. You start it and stop it. I just watched my grandmother for over 40 years push for Juneteenth. Like I said, I remember when nobody was there. I remember when it was just a little, and she never lost enthusiasm at all that time. Now, as young, I couldn't really see that. But as an adult, I have a clear understanding now. A friend of mine asked me yesterday, she was like, is there a plan B for you? And I was like, no. There is, when I say there's no plan B, the goal, right? Where I want to be, what I want to see, my idea of living my life to the fullest, right? That, there's no other option for that. The way there, the vehicle there, well, that may change. I don't know how God plans on doing it. I really don't. I've tried to do it my way. Now I'm doing it his way. And if what's been placed in my mind over and over is what he's been placing in my mind, then it should come. It's gonna come to pass. But that wait. Can you continue to chase your dream for 40 years? I'm trying to see if because this time the time left. Hopefully y'all are on here. Just let me know if you give me a thumbs up. But again, are you willing to Are you willing to push until that vision comes true? And that's something you really got to ask yourself. Analysis paralysis. You got to watch every YouTube, TikTok, and Reel. Have all the equipment before you take action. Then you still find an excuse not to do it. Oh, baby. There's been so many times that I've started and stopped stuff that when I actually got, especially like losing weight, right? There have been so many times that I had started and I stopped that when I got serious, I had everything I needed. I didn't have to go buy nothing. Not a glove, not a band. I had so much stuff already and still wasn't doing it. Oh, I don't want to do lives because of my background. Do my background, don't do it. All right. Oh, I'm too heavy. I don't like the way I look on camera. Lose weight, still don't do it. Gain the weight back. At that point, I was like, oh, there is something much bigger going on here than I think. It's not just your will, and it was none of that. There's something much deeper that I got to deal with to get this, because it ain't gonna happen. Time is steady passing. I don't know how much of the time I got left. I'm watching my parents get older. There's certain things that in that vision, they're there, and my time is running out. Your time is running out. You are running out of time. You think about that when you do certain things, all right? Because how you're spending your time, what you're giving that energy to, and again, little miss all of the above. Like I said, that's me. That's me. Here, the next page, like I said, we do things where we recognize what's going on. We own our stuff, right? We take accountability and say, I do have these ways. And then we look to ways to not only work on it, but try to help move past it. Learn how to deal with it and correct it, all right? Recognize it, talk about it, reframe your thoughts, change your negative self-talk. I'm not talking about what you talk to when you're talking to your friends, how you portray yourself then. I'm talking about what you tell yourself in your bed at night, in your head. That's what I'm talking about. All right? I'm talking about subconscious. I'm talking about going deep. How you gonna know other people's business better than you know your own? If you don't know what you want, if you look and you say, dang, I don't even know what I want, there is no reason that you should be watching anybody else's life right now. You need to be figuring out your own. For real. The distractions, y'all, the distractions, and we'll go into distractions. I'm not going to move ahead of myself. Embrace your mistakes. We all make them. I'm glad everybody is, again, giving what they need. That's the purpose of this. That is the purpose, right? You got to do something with it. At the end of the day, that's what I just asked of y'all. Do something with it. Make it work. Don't just get it and be like, oh yeah, it's good, and then you don't apply it. Application is key. All right? Keep a record of your achievements. Identify your triggers. We're gonna do a whole chapter on triggers, because I think triggers be triggering. And we need to learn how to do it, because if we can't control our emotions, we can't control our money. And I don't think anybody here is opposed to not being broke. Broke is a condition, but poverty is a mindset. And just the way we think in our relationship with money is what keeps us in that poverty mindset. But we ain't there yet. Seek out mentorships. Though that's what you're going to go through, right? It's giving you ways. Utilize these. If these don't work for you, find some. At least this opens up the door to your knowledge of, this is something that let me find a way that works for me. All right. Your homework. I want you to really, like I said, every night or day, or however your day works, when you're doing these assignments, I hope that you're putting your all into it, because it's a reflection for you. None of this stuff is going to be shared with anyone. So it's all on you, right? Make sure you're getting your homework and everything done. Daily to-dos. Daily to-dos. Don't think you can keep running around not having a schedule. Organized and wealthy people, they pretty much know what they're going to almost do for the year. You have to get better with your time. Ladies, make sure you're doing your daily to-dos. Like I said, that's important. About our guest speakers. And